Here post-game with head coach Jim Penders as the Huskies able to grab their 8th win of the year, 10-6. Coach, we were nitpicking up in the booth that just unable to put a game away, it seems like. But there in the 9th inning, you got to keep Jake in there because you're unable to tack on there in the 9th.
You know, we needed 2 more runs. We were going to take Jake out. Fortunately, got it over the 9th with pretty quickly. But had to extend CJ again. You know, on a Friday, you don't want to do it. You figure, all right, we got Mason on the mound, clicking, and 6-2, and just can't put a team away. I mean, you got to also tip your cap to Michigan State. I mean, they had some really good at-bats, and they're a good ball club. I know their record doesn't reflect that just yet, but they've played such a tough schedule. So we've got a lot of respect for them, and know that, you know, every time we punch, they seem to punch. I like the fact that our offense, every time that Michigan State scored, we scored in the next half inning, and that was important. I would have preferred a few less base runners wearing the white uniforms, but you know, both teams had base runners, it seemed like, every inning.
What did you think of the at-bats overall? You scored in 7 of the 9 innings. You're able to, as you mentioned, able to punch back when they're able to score.
Yeah, good. We just didn't hit enough breaking balls early in counts where it was obvious that they were going to breaking balls. Just forget-me-overs, not balls in the dirt, but for a strike, you know it's coming, and we had guys sitting on them and not swinging. That needs to change, you know, and because I'm sure they're going to try to do that tomorrow, and we've got to be able to do that. We've got to be able to hit a breaking ball. Now, I'm not talking about a blacked out slider, but something that's hanging in the middle of the plate, and you've got a pretty good idea it's coming. We should be able to handle that, and then maybe get some more fastballs after that. But we never really adjusted. We did do a good job with 2 strikes. I think we had 3 or 4 of our RBIs all came 2 outs, 2 strikes, which was really good. So I like that. I thought we punched and we battled with the bats. We just got to be better on the mound in general. You know, it's the same story. You know, Avery Santos comes in there. We're trying to go to somebody other than CJ. You know, didn't have his best stuff. You know, he got behind. He was letting it rip, but just got behind the only 3 batters he faced, and that makes it really difficult to get your secondary stuff going when you're 1-0 instead of 0-1.
What did you see out of Mason? Obviously a frustrating 5th inning, but gets up to 98 pitches today.
Yeah. You know, a little shaky defense behind him at times. One play in particular, but you know, he's every time out there it's better. You know, it's just he's not completely in sync yet. And he didn't have his breaking, you know, he threw a couple really good breaking balls, but didn't really command it. I thought he commanded the fastball. Generally, he commanded the fastball much better today. Just didn't have the breaking ball command. So it's another piece of the puzzle. He's coming along, though. You know, we got him into the 90s today. I think he touched 94 on the gun, too. He was there last week. He had a couple more 94s today. So I know he's not ecstatic about his outing. We know that there's a lot better. You know, we know that there's a lot better from him in the future, but just a few too many freebies again. He'll figure it out. I've got all the confidence in the world in him. The team does too. And you know, we don't expect him to go 6-7 innings right now. If he can give us what he can give us, you know, he's usually a high pitch count guy anyway. But we love his competitiveness, and he'll be back clicking on all cylinders here. It could be next weekend.
How important is Jeffrey Kirsten for you guys tomorrow?
Really big. You know, a veteran presence on Saturday, and you know, this ballpark in places plays really big, and in other places, the wall behind us plays really small. So I like the idea of him being able to throw ground balls tomorrow and get some early outs. Hopefully be able to extend him late to the game too. That would be a dream if we can get him into the 6th, 7th inning, you know, with a lead. That would be good medicine.
And quick update, David Langer, do you have an update on him?
Yeah, he just, you know, he got hit in the tricep, and he stayed in there, but then didn't feel like he could swing the bat. He kind of stiffened up on him, and Matt, our trainer, did a good job trying to get the swelling down. It just wasn't happening. He lost some. The swelling was pinching on the nerve, we think, and he didn't feel like he could go. So took him out. Connor gave us a couple good at bats and got on base, I think, 3 times. So you know, he was ready to go, which is good. You know, I would have liked to see David a few more times. So hopefully the swelling goes down quickly. But we've got a few options over there for tomorrow. And
quickly, just lastly, Christian Fedco, I think he had 3 walks tonight. He has more walks already this season than he did all last year. Just his approach at the plate, his discipline approach.
Yeah, so much better. You know, so much better. It's evolution. You know, it's just the next layer of his development. You know, being able to lay off pitches and see the baseball. You saw it tonight. You know, his first pitch, he's thinking I'm sitting on a breaking ball. He gets the breaking ball, but it's a 58-footer, and he's swinging. You know, he predetermined to swing right there. And then last year he would have been out. You know, the at-bat would have lasted 30 seconds. He would have been out, but he puts together an at-bat, fouls off some tough pitches when he gets to 2 strikes, lays off a couple other tough ones, and works a walk out of it. I mean, he's getting a lot better every time he takes the field. I really like his approach in the batter's box. He's going to be a real key for us offensively and seeing how far we can go.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Chris.